Start the show right now.
Well, we got 2 minutes, so I can promote this shit. You don't like to promote things, Pappa J? I know you got your own Twitter now.
Yeah, right?
You're on Twitter that nobody likes you.
Cyber Zach is a dick.
Well, after I just got to say
You took my drum roll out.
You fucking damn right.
Yeah.
I got so many complaints.
That was the greatest part of the show.
No, it wasn't. I hated that show.
I could. It wasn't even the fact I couldn't say anything. It's just it was all. It sounded like a machine gun. I just spit everywhere. All right, these bums are live. Love. I hate how it autocorrects live to
Right.
love. Fucking stupid phone. You don't tell me what to do. I tell you what to do.
Right?
We made you, and I'll take you the frick out of here.
Get canceled.
What? How? What do you mean? What's that mean?
I thought Brock Lesnar was going to be here today.
Nah.
No.
I mean, it would probably be a likely day because, you know, his kids are only around on Tuesdays.
Well, that's what he said.
Yeah.
But I guess he's got to make car payments now.
Oh, right. Well, he's not working now. He doesn't work a night shift.
Nope. Nope, he's doing shit ton of overtime, though.
Yeah.
Because he got to pay for that new car.
Is that you breathing into that? Uh-oh. You can hear the kids in the background.
Yeah.
Wait a second. It's all right. We start early. We got to deal with all the bullshit of starting early. All right, gents, I'm almost done here.
Me too. Oh, Charles DeLoach is coming to town next week.
Are you gonna get him?
Part of spring break.
Are you going to get him?
I don't got none to record on.
Just unbox it.
What?
Fuck. Good luck finding it.
That's easy. Just
What?
It's in one of 3 dozen boxes, identical boxes labeled Game Room.
Listen, since you're swimming in money right now and you're trying to figure out what to do with your money,
Please. All my money's tied up now.
what you should do is you should buy one of them lapel recorders from Rode, right?
Yeah.
And just record an interview with him on your phone. Or they actually have, what are they, handymate, whatever they're called, recorders where you just hold it up to his mouth. You could set it literally in front of you, and it's got great enough
It's
microphones.
gonna sound like shit.
No, dude. Have you watched any TikToks? I feel like 90%.
yeah, but they use an iPhone.
They have that little lapel thing, Rode thing, hooked up to their iPhone,
Yeah.
and they're just have a lapel mic and they're talking on it. That would work. It'd be awesome.
Probably $100,000.
No, I
Oh,
just
the
said
little- the
$200,
black fuzzy thing,
and it has
right?
2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those ones are good.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Those ones are good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just had the
We've
double
gone
check
live?
our audio. Yes, we are.
Yeah, where's
He's not.
Yeah, that's
He's
working.
got work.
I got it. It's Thursday.
You're asking where all the. Hey, listen. It's Thursday, guys.
Right.
It's Thursday.
Right.
Yep, I'm missing out tonight. Steak dinner tonight.
Oh,
Missing
yes?
out.
From where?
Ballet dancing. Well, that's what that's this form tonight, right?
No, cha-cha lesson was
Oh,
tonight.
my God.
But there was a steak dinner, man, over at the
Casa Bonita.
the VFW.
Oh, VFW. How do you get in there?
You gotta know people.
Well, I feel like you have to
I
be
mean,
a
he's got the
veteran.
haircut.
Can't you be a veteran to get in that bad boy?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It wasn't VFW. Elks Lodge.
Okay. Well, I
And,
feel like you still have to have a premium membership to get in there.
Don't you remember
Prime
the VFW?
rib and fillets.
No.
The VFW Highway 14 in Dodge Center? It was the main drinking hub.
Yeah, they have one in West Concord too, up towards across the street from the bar.
Right. Right, but that's not the main drinking hub. That's right across from the Muni, which is the main drinking hub in West Concord.
I miss
got-
that stuff.
3 churches and 2 bars in a town that's
churches,
a mile
chickens?
by a mile and a half.
I gotta adjust this camera. I gotta lower the contrast on this. What's up, Travis? How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Trav.
I gotta grow some more hair out so it defeats some of that light coming in the background here. Which I'm trying to do. All right. Pappa J, are we ready to kick this shit off? So let's just do this.
Let's do it.
Let's
Push
do
the
it.
button.
You ready?
Yep.
Let me push it.
Here's BigLipRadio from iHeartRadio.
This is K-Dog with Big Lip Radio, and if you think this is good, check out Lip Service at biglipradio.com/lipservice for a better show.
I be on my grind, never running on my mind, stepping all these fucking mannequins.
All right. Well, let's see if I can get it right this time, Zmunny. I messed up a million different times. Here it is, man. May, there it is. Look at that.
Oh, it still says
That's
26.
26. May 27th, 2023 at 3 o'clock Saturday at Gotham City Comics. God, I love this theme. It really takes me back. Gotham City Comics, we're having leg 3 of the We Can't Be Canceled tour, along with prizes, guests, fun.
Did you say guests?
Yeah.
Do you have any guests locked down, Pappa J?
Nothing locked down, but many in the hopper.
Oh, many are waiting and willing
Right.
and ready to go. Cock is locked and it's ready to rock, boys.
Right.
Woo!
So, anyway, it will be Big Lip Radio presents The Dork Side Live, Volume 3.
Yes.
I'm so excited for it.
I know, right? Part of the We Can't Be Canceled tour, like you said, Pappa J.
Right.
And if you cannot be there live, which is probably the best way to catch the show.
Right.
Make sure you tune in to where you're tuning in now. That's Facebook,
Right.
YouTube, and Twitch. And we'll be streaming live at 3 o'clock. Yes, Travis said, let's get this party started.
He's right.
And it is started, baby. This is the best thing ever. I'm so excited for these live events. Gotham City Comics. And we have other places in mind, but we just can't get enough of Gotham City Comics.
That new place is the shit.
Well, besides going to Gotham City Comics, Pappa J, and listening to us live on May 27th, what else can you do at Gotham City Comics?
Man, I just got Grogu, the Black Series 6-inch. Of course, it's a little guy, but it's 6-inch scale figure down there. I got it today, man. You're gonna want to run down there and grab it. Yeah,
Who's
the
Grogu?
Baby Yoda.
Oh, Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, Mandalorian Season 3 started, so you want to run down there and get all of your Star Wars figures now before they all sell out, because there's all kinds of hype surrounding Mandalorian Season 3.
Yes, there is, and we'll actually be talking about that a little later when we actually get this show
Right.
for
We're
real started.
Also going to be talking a little bit about Pop's Exotic in our second segment,
I
so
see.
you're going to want to stick around.
We have a bunch of snacks sitting on the table in front of us, Pappa
Right.
J, right here, as you can see if you're watching us live. And those we've tried those before, but it's
Right.
all right. You got a couple of those for free from Pop's Exotics.
Right.
That is insane that they would give anything away for free.
Right. There it
It's
is. There it is for anybody, I guess.
One cool thing is if you check out their TikTok at
Right.
Pop's Exotics, they do challenges. They'll have people off the street come to the store, which is how a store works, right? You got to have people
Right.
coming off the street. They'll buy snacks, and the owner will sit there and say, hey, you want this order for free?
Right.
Do this challenge. And he'll make them do little nitro gummy bear challenges. They call them hot nugs, and they're actually like little nuts that are
wow.
super duper hot. They do all. Can you
TikTok-
chug a bottle of Coke without stopping or puking or burping?
I saw on TikTok the ultra hot gummy bear.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Boss man says, yeah.
Has he had you do one?
No.
No, we're just watching his TikTok videos.
I'm a pussy.
We ain't doing
I'm a
that.
pussy. That's the scariest thing ever. But before we go too far into the show, let's actually get the show
Let's
started.
break into it.
1, 2, is this on?
Do not come. Do not come.
Yeah, buddy. You're listening to the Big Lip Radio podcast with your host, Pappa J, Zmunny, and friends.
Flash metal on the stereo, 16 hours a day. Yeah, driving a shit heat splitter. We got to get to LA, and all we got left is the 12-track tape.
Fired up today, man. Today is March 9th, 2023, episode 246 of the Big Lip Radio podcast. I'm your host, Big Pappa J.
Guess you think you got it made. Well, all we got left is the 12-track tape. Hey, LA, I'm back again. And I think I found a song that I can play.
With me, your co-host, man who's looking a little bit like a chia pet. A little bit of hair sticking out of his skull. Not as much of a grown back as there used to be. But it's starting to come in. You got Top Z over there, Zmunny.
I love backdoor pileup. It's the best.
Right, honeymoon drip money?
Honeydew drip melon.
Yeah.
No, it's dirty honey and backdoor pileup.
All right.
Back foot. Dinosaur pileup.
Dinosaur pileup on a back foot.
Dinosaur pileup in the back door with the honeymoon drip money. Yeah. Top Z here, baby. That is me.
All right.
And we have quite the show for you, but we are here. And I noticed if you're watching us live, you'll see there's 3 of us. Usually at this time, the third person you see and that hasn't been mentioned yet is not here.
Right.
At this time in life, every Tuesday, which today is Thursday, he's not here.
Right.
It usually comes down to the wire about 5:30. We can't even call him late anymore.
Right.
He was literally on time and beforehand.
Right.
So I guess what we'll have to do is call him the Big Boss Man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, today's a good day.
I'm doing good. Yeah. Yes. Well, like I said at the top of the show, it's going to be a jam-packed show for you today.
Right.
A lot of controversial stuff to talk about. A lot of not so much controversial stuff to talk about. We have a movie minute review where we're going to talk about Megan. We have snacks from Pop's Exotics that we're going to try. One could say you may have to be incarcerated in order to try certain snacks, right?
Right. I got a unique one from there this time.
Yes, and that's kind of exciting. Kind of. And Pappa J, we need to talk about your category that you told us about a couple weeks ago on interneting.
Oh, really?
Yes. We need to just hit on it. But first,
I'm excited about that, too.
you were super excited, Pappa J, to just blurt out in our Discord chat, which you all can be a part of if you go like and subscribe to all of our social media at BigLipRadio. It includes a little link in a lot of our posts, if not all of them, where you can click the Discord link, and that'll invite you to our secret private chat room.
Right.
There's a bunch of people in there. We do a lot of cool things, and we even prep for the show in there. So if you want to get a heads up before everybody else, go there and sign up for the lip service. You can do that right from the Discord on your desktop. They're soon bringing that feature to iPhones, or not iPhones, just mobile in general. But
that's how I do it, is mobile.
Pappa J.
Yeah.
Last week,
you
went ahead and tried to destroy a special announcement that we had. Very special announcement by using a specific sound effect.
Where's my drum roll? There it is!
I was hoping I'd never have to hear that
It's
again.
in my control now, Dingleberry.
I don't have it on my board.
Fuck no. There's a very good reason. But before we get too far off track,
Listen to the back, it made me laugh.
you guys in the Discord chat had an exclusive premiere to what I'm about to premiere to the rest of the world.
Ooh, a
And that's
big-time
you
premiere.
watching right now. You can, right now, on your Android phone, Google Play Store, type in a brand new name of a brand new game that Big Lip Radio has created. And no, it is not Diamond Picker. That was last week's game.
Right.
That was last week's game. We got another brand new one
Another
just for
new
you.
game?
And it is free for everybody.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, go Google Fly the Plane. Fly the Plane. That's the name of the game that you're going to look for. You guys like flying planes, Pappa J?
Yeah, man.
You ever wanted to fly a plane?
Right.
Have you ever played a game called Air War 1942 or some
1941, 1942?
Yeah, those arcade games
Yes,
where it's
I have.
top down and you're controlling the plane and you're trying to dodge enemies while gaining power-ups, life, health, and gas.
That's such
just
a good game.
to continue on. It was a quarter sucker, wouldn't you say?
It was.
Well, hey,
quarter muncher.
you don't have to pay anything to play this one. It is free for you. You can go
Free.
download it right now,
Free.
specifically on the Google Play Store. It'll soon come to iPhone and all those other marketplaces, but I need you guys to play the game. Go play the game. Post your high scores in our Discord chat, and each month I'll find the highest score, and you will win a prize from the Big Up Radio Prize Vault. It is so cool, man. I love how we're incorporating one of the things we love, which is video games. Into our actual Big Lip Radio name, man. You can interact, and it's not a multiplayer game. It's not anything where you have to worry about progressing. Just try to get as far as you can, and it's very quick to play. I've played like 30 rounds in 5 minutes before. It's just pop, 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 pop. You die, you start over. You die, you start over. You die, you start over. And you can constantly improve just by doing, it's called practice, right?
Right.
Constantly improve your score. So make sure you take a screenshot of your highest score, which is displayed on the front of the page on both Diamond Picker and Fly the Games, which we've developed and created and put out to you guys. Post them in our Discord, and I will choose the highest score. And for that month, you'll win a prize. Now, if you continuously are the highest score each month, sometimes I'll feel
one
generous.
prize per person.
Yes, but sometimes, you gotta reward the people who are helping you put yourself on the map, right? The people who want to support you, you got to support them. So not every month of the same person, but you at least get one for sure.
Right.
At least get one for sure. And if I'm feeling generous or a little drunk, I'll send you another prize. I'll send you another.
I don't recognize that name.
And Travis, the drum roll rules, man.
No, it doesn't.
I'm gonna make a whole podcast.
See,
it's just an hour of drum roll.
But you know how great that was? Was just one drum roll, and then the actual information came after. It wasn't a drum roll upon a drum roll upon a fuck Zach. I don't want to hear what he says. A drum roll, a drum roll. Hey, let's give him a second to breathe. Oh, another drum roll. It wasn't that.
Sometimes
you abused your right to have the drum roll, and I
can't
proud
believe
to
it's
give you
taken
that.
off my board.
I was proud to give you that fucking button, Pappa J, and you just destroyed it.
I'm a little upset because sometimes you got to introduce a drum roll with a drum roll.
Oh my God!
I don't make the rules. I just know what they are.
I just know what they are.
And in the meantime, what was that other game you made about a decade ago?
Diamond Picker?
No, a decade ago. Were you holding the baby up above your head?
Oh, that one's not hot anymore. It was
not.
called Pukey Baby.
I said Pukey
Literally,
Baby.
the inspiration from Pukey Baby came from
was
Paul. No, it was Paul.
Oh, Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
You used to hold Paul up above your head?
No, Paul would hold Paige.
Oh, okay.
And right for whatever stupid fucking reason, he's like, "Oh, did Paige just drink a bottle? Here, let me play with her." And he would throw her above his head, literally like shaking her after, and she would throw up right on his face. And so I said, "I'm making a fucking video game of that."
Where you got to dodge the drool.
The drool and puking baby, and it was
Pukey
awesome.
Baby.
It was the first game I think I ever released on the store.
It was.
That was a team I had. It was called Fire Snout Games,
right.
where Leo, people from college helped make it. So we kind of went our separate ways. Started having kids, started getting jobs where it actually required our time. And
right.
Like that.
So what you're saying is it's ready for a re-release?
Well, trust me, I'm trying to get that APK file, is what they call the file that I upload to Google Play. I'm trying to get that, but they're not communicating with me because they think we're racist. So,
losers.
Or better yet, they think Pappa J's racist. I'm just associated with him.
It's funny because you're the most racist guy I ever met.
Yeah, right. You're the most racist guy I know.
Hey, let me ask you, have you ever heard me use the N-word?
Yes.
No, you have not.
You called me Nancy all the time.
Oh, okay, yeah, Nancy. I was about to say, what? I've never used it.
Well,
I'm sure when I was drunk in a blackout it might have happened.
Well, not in public, but I guarantee you've said it in the bathroom when you're taking a dookie. You're like,
look
that fucking...
Look at that N-word.
Right?
Look at that.
Stop. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. Quit it.
Jeez,
Quit it.
man.
I've never used that word, dude. I swear to God.
What word is it? I don't know what N word you're talking about.
Nancy.
Okay, just making sure.
Right.
Just making sure. Well, I do know one thing. You like to, who you like to call Nancy quite a bit, and it's not a who. It's more of an inanimate object.
Yeah.
It's a big company. It's one of the biggest companies in the world that's become woke, I feel like.
Okay.
A company that had to change their mascot from a mouse to a dragon at Disneyland, right? We heard that from you, didn't we?
A dragon?
Yeah, remember?
What dragon?
Their mascot now is a dragon and not Mickey Mouse. Was it Disney World or Disneyland?
I didn't know that.
When were you at Disneyland?
He went to California
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we talked about
That's Disneyland, not World.
Either way, he went to Disney. You
talking
guys
about
couldn't
the
pick
picture
that
I
up?
sent with the dragon?
Yes.
That was Legos. That was a Lego store.
That was a Lego store.
It was a Lego store,
Okay,
but he
that
said they
clears it up.
changed their mascot.
No, they
Either way,
didn't.
the mascot was black and you guys are racist. So you guys are fucking racist.
Oh, great point. Great point.
And which is why you canceled Disney.
Guess I.
Which is why you absolutely hate Disney, right, Pappa
right.
J?
I'd never give them another dime.
You were so happy to promote in our chat that let's talk about Disney Plus in the state of streaming services, right?
Well, it's all started out with the season premiere of Mandalorian 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I caught that, and I was kind of confused. You had to set me straight.
Right.
The cool thing about spoilers in our Discord is you can black them out. So if you want to see the spoiler, you just click this little black... Oh, God, that's racist. There's a little black line, and it reveals the white spoiler, right?
Right.
The white text spoiler.
Right. So, anyway, I did see the first episode of Mandalorian. Haven't seen the second one yet. But here's the deal. First of all,
Season
it was
3?
Yeah, solid. I give it a 3. Okay, it's fine. It's nothing spectacular. Certainly better episodes out there. But here's what I noticed that was interesting. Everybody at work knows I'm the Star Wars guy.
Is that what they call you?
I've been referred to.
Hey, look, it's the Star Wars guy.
Right. I wouldn't say that's what they call me. However,
Usually it's creep, but
I would say there's that creepy Star Wars guy.
yeah, that's usually what they.
I will say that I have been referred to that before. So I've had no less than 3 people come up to me asking how Grogu is still with the Mandalorian when the last they saw at the end of season 2, Grogu went with Luke after Luke whooped that ass going down that hallway against all those Death Troopers.
Before I watched the new episode of season 3, I went and watched the last episode of season 2 as a refresher.
Right.
And that was very confusing. That's why I had so many questions. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Right, because here's the problem. And curious, Book of Boba Fett. Let's talk about that for a second because it's going to play into the answer of Grogu.
So you're required to watch that in order to understand this?
Right. Now, even in its messiest, Lucasfilm, when run by Lucasfilm, you could enjoy whatever part of it you wanted without having to take part in whatever part you didn't want. You could grab a random novel, and as long as it wasn't, like volume 2 of 3, you know, it was a self-contained story. You didn't need anything else. Disney's not like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now what they're doing is they're trying to cross everything. I mean, you never find out unless you read the comic books what Finn was trying to tell Rey the 2 times that they thought they were dying, and Finn's like, Rey, there's something I gotta tell you. The movie,
love you.
That's what we all think.
That's what
right?
I would.
The movie never clears that up, and what he wanted to tell her is he's a Force sensitive. He can feel the Force, and he wants to learn to be a Jedi. And he didn't want to die.
What are his pronouns? Force sensitive.
Right.
Force sensitive.
He didn't want to die without her knowing that he also has Force abilities, right? Yeah. But you don't know that unless you read the comic books. It's also mentioned in one of the novels. What? Why?
I feel like Disney is shit in the bed when it comes to that. You know what I mean? They need to make it simple. If they want to attract people from all different age groups, not just the ones who've been in tech since the 80s, they need to make it easy to understand. Now, call us dullards, but I really enjoy Star Wars. Star Wars has been a staple of a culture in general for decades. And it's not just because of what Disney's done. It's because of everything. I mean, you have video games, you have action figures, you have movies, you have re-releases, and I feel like you can't look around this room and not find one thing Star Wars. And I'm not even...
You're not even the Star Wars guy.
Yeah, I enjoy it because you enjoy it, which is weird.
And, the thing about Disney Star Wars is you can argue about whether or not it's as good, blah, blah, blah. There are moments in the Disney Star Wars that are as good as anything ever been put out.
Yeah.
Okay? Problem is, there's a lot of stuff that's not quite as good.
The Clone Wars?
As anything that's... No, Clone Wars is...
The cartoon?
It's peak. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And, Bad Batch is really great. Mandalorian's really great.
Do you think they try to stay with the lore to keep it for the older generation? Do you feel like they're phasing out Star Wars? Because I feel like if they keep closing it off and making you have to go through these other journeys in order to understand the journey you want to actually see... What I mean is read this comic book to understand this movie, to understand this
novel.
This novel or this song that you heard.
Video game.
Right, anything like that. I feel like they're digging their own grave, but they're keeping it exclusive to people like you who are actual fans of it.
Well, here's
Isn't that a good thing for
you?
you?
Actually, no, they're not.
Buy the comic book.
They're changing and look, people are talking, oh my God, they're changing canon. No. What they've changed hasn't really been expressed in canon. It's just kind of what we had always assumed. For instance, we'd always assumed that Darth Vader did not see Obi-Wan Kenobi again after Mustafar until on the Death Star, because he goes, when he's outside the Millennium Falcon of the Death Star, the Death Star, Vader goes, I feel a presence I haven't felt since. And our minds immediately filled in the blank, Mustafar.
Yeah.
But no, now we find out that actually 10 years after Mustafar, which is there's 20 years between Mustafar and A New Hope. 10 years afterwards, he and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So now it's like, I haven't seen since he shattered my mask.
Yeah.
So if they keep effing around, it's going to be, I've sent something I haven't sent since last week. You know, so they can only go so far with it. But they haven't really changed canon. They just kind of changed how we believe the canon was going to work itself out.
Yeah.
And for better or for worse, Obi-Wan Kenobi was underrated. It was good. Go check it out. But Book of Boba Fett. No less than 3 people at work came up to me and said, how is Grogu with the Mandalorian?
Yep.
Which is telling me, Mandalorian's a hit, nothing else is.
Yeah.
Because I always felt Book of Boba Fett was like number 2 on that list of popularity.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. Nobody's seen it. And I had to
pop
explain.
culture-wise, Mandalorian's where it's at right now.
Right. I had
current culture.
Right. I had to explain to him, no. If you go and watch Book of Boba Fett, and I recommend that you do, there is, I don't know, 2 or 4 episodes that are called Mandalorian Season 2.5 because Boba Fett's not in them. We see Mandalorian going back to Yavin, to Luke's Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
And Grogu wants to go back with the Mandalorian, and that's how he ends up back there. And from a logistical sense, they knew if Baby Yoda is not with Mandalorian, the series is going to fail.
Oh, yeah, they realize that real quick.
Right.
They see the merch sales and who's selling more, right?
Right. So
Baby Yoda is everywhere.
They had to make sure. So it almost felt like a tacked-on last-minute decision as they were wrapping up the filming of Book of Boba Fett. Hey, let's correct this or nobody's going to watch Season 3 of Mando, which may or may not be true. Mando was fine. I felt it hit a lot of the right notes. And they could have found another hook outside of Grogu if they worked hard enough. Filoni's pretty smart.
Yeah.
But, so they want you to do everything, and there's not enough time in the day.
It's not even that. There's people who have zero idea that anything else exists besides Mandalorian.
Right.
They're no shit. There's people like, oh, Mandalorian's the first, and what is Star Wars?
There are non-Star Wars fans who watch Mandalorian.
Their first exposure to Star
correct.
Wars is the Mandalorian.
Right.
Now,
That's
can
a
I
good
ask
insight.
can I ask a dullard question? Now, we were talking earlier about how they're digging themselves a hole because they have you do all this other stuff. Now, Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6 came out first.
Original trilogy, yes, sir.
Was that done on purpose? Or so were 6 videos originally conceived, or was it just 3, 4, 5, but they were called obviously not 3, 4, 5? What are the what's the number one's name?
Number 1 is the Phantom Menace. Episode 2 is
sorry. What's number 4's name is what I mean.
New Hope.
Number 1 from the original release.
Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, which, by the way, is coming back to theaters in April, and I will see it no less than 3 times.
Now, could they have stopped right there, or was it always planned to release 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3?
Now, because I've been following this from the beginning and ravenously reading every interview with George Lucas, I know how things have changed, and I learned Lucas's pattern, what he exaggerates, all this other stuff, and I'll guarantee you this is what happened. George Lucas wrote out a backstory, a universe, and said, okay, this is the universe that I'm going to set my fairy tale in.
Yeah.
Okay? And so he originally was going to do Star Wars, and he had to set it up as if that was the only one because he had no guarantees. Okay? He didn't even take any money for it.
Yeah.
He took $10 million to make the movie, but took no pay.
Okay.
He said, I'll take merchandising rights in lieu of pay. And that was an easy sell.
A smart move.
Right, but back then, movies weren't merchandise. They were laughing. Oh, sure, dude.
Right.
No problem.
Yeah.
So they did that. And so after 4 became such a hit, he's like, well, I've got kind of an overarching theme.
Yeah.
And I've got all of these other drafts.
Overarching.
Overarching. Anyway, I've got this overall theme that I've written out, and here's this one movie that takes place in this theme. Now, I can incorporate elements from previous drafts and other things because originally it was Luke's Starkiller. And you'll notice in episode 7 it was Starkiller base, right? So anyway, Lucas always steals from himself. So anyway, he figured out 5 and 6, and you know it wasn't all planned out because Leia kisses Luke rather passionately in
everybody's
episode 5.
Everybody's like, what the hell?
Right.
It's a sister.
Right. So they didn't know that.
Spoiler alert.
In fact, right. In fact, Lucas didn't know that. Nobody knew that. It wasn't planned that way yet.
Yeah.
He finalized everything.
But that's just proof that these other ones weren't really thought of yet.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
He had a very general diagram laid out,
Now.
and then as the details came into focus, things started shifting. So then he decided he would go back and do 1, 2, and 3. I don't think he ever planned on doing 1, 2, and 3. I think
timing was right. It was perfect. Coincidence, time,
Right.
planets aligned, and that's what happened.
right. So he decided he'd go back and do it.
Now, go ahead.
I got a different viewpoint of this.
Oh man,
Like,
we
totally
don't have
different.
Go ahead.
Totally different. All right. So I think when he came and he was presenting the scripts,
That's
he had
gross.
he had them all set up. He's like, all right, here we go. And they looked at the Phantom Menace and they're like, are you kidding me? This Jar Jar Binks character is just way too stupid.
My favorite.
Stop it.
And they
My
kept going.
favorite. I had a
and
Jar
they
Jar
and they
Binks
got
doll
to
when I was
3 and they're
12.
like, you know what? We should release
Pod racers? Are you kidding
No,
me?
I'm sorry. We should release 4 first. And that looks pretty good. We can go with 4. We'll start with 4 or 5. Maybe we'll do 6.
And Sister
so they did that.
Sister
and
kissing
then
was
they
a big
figured,
thing
hey,
back
look,
then.
4, 5, and 6 was such a hit. You know what? You can make that crappy one number 1. Go for it.
Stop
Get that
it.
stupid Jar Jar in there.
Stop. He's just
you know,
pushing
the
buttons.
pod
He is. He's
racers.
trying to push buttons.
You know.
He shows up early and he thinks he wears the crown now.
Oh, and by the way, make sure
Oh, and by
make
the
sure
way.
they advance the technology
Yeah.
for 1 from 4, 5, and 6. You know
I wish to God I had my drum roll button. Now look,
why? Because I nailed it right in the head.
here's the thing.
Fucking boss, man.
In my opinion,
We lost 3,000 listeners because of you.
Here, let me call Lucas right now and ask him.
in my opinion,
You probably would, you dirt.
as a longtime original fan, I was 8 years old in 1977 in June when I saw the original Star Wars
Back
in
when your
theater.
mother loved you.
Right, and
Before you ripped off your leg.
yes.
When movies
as a
were
matter of fact.
babysitters.
Right. No, before then, movies weren't babysitters. Then we didn't even have VCRs back then.
Before you decide to do your captain's wife.
What?
Well, in the Navy. It's just one of the stories.
Oh,
It might not have been
I
a
wasn't a
captain.
captain, no.
General.
No, I did
Majors.
Lee
Lee Major's wife.
Okay, now look, right. So anyway, 1, 2, and 3, the prequel trilogy is my favorite of the 3 trilogies. And even if you don't agree with that, with the addition of Clone Wars and all the other stuff that's set in the setting, that's certainly the best time frame for Star Wars. And I'll die on that hill. Prequels are the shit.
Travis says he'll spend the next 2 days watching all the Star Wars.
Good man.
Hey, you did it, Pappa J. You hooked somebody.
Yeah.
I do have a question with the whole sister kissing thing. Do you think there's a interneting category for Star Wars Luke and Leia kissing?
There is a interneting category, so I heard, called cosplaying that might include some of that.
It might. Have you seen any of these on these interneting categories?
I have not. There might be a lot of Marvel stuff that's readily available.
Why wouldn't there be Star Wars though? They're literally
You're right.
sister kissing. It's
You're right.
But it's not stepsister. Hey, well, it's half sister kissing, right?
No, it's full
Oh,
on.
they're
They're twins.
Yeah,
They're
that's right.
twins.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
It's not even step.
We heard the
Right.
server's down right now because the house is moving.
Right.
The server.
Right.
Well,
Moving.
speaking of interneting, Pappa J, you've gone over multiple times now these last month of what interneting is, which we discovered at our last live event.
Right.
And interneting is where you tend to indulge in personal activities when nobody's around that utilizes maybe toilet paper or tissue and lotion.
I love you're pulling a ripcord with the help of your iPhone.
They call it pounding the pud, whatever you want to do, cleaning the pipes, right?
But pulling the ripcord, internet.
Yeah,
Right.
Interneting, right? You're doing these things. I mean,
Right.
we've all given out sites where you can do this. There's a famous orange and black website you can go check out. And then there's also a XNXX. Don't Google that, please. Meatspin.com. Don't Google that. Blue Waffle. Don't Google that.
Google that.
No,
Google that.
don't Google that. But two girls, one cup.
Ew.
Don't Google that.
Ew.
Anyways, I checked out one of the categories of interneting that you discussed a couple weeks ago.
All right.
And it was called edging.
Right.
You said, go watch it, Zmunny.
Right.
It's great. You'll love it. You won't be able to get off of it.
You definitely want to make sure it's the straight side, not the gay side.
Motherfucker, it's funny you say that because
I got to give you that warning.
you told me I was going to get off. Travis says extreme Anna. Yes, that was one of my goddamn categories.
That's a callback.
So you mentioned getting off, and that did not happen. I was on my favorite website to do interneting,
All right.
and I selected a category called edging.
All right.
And I'm like, oh, hey, and it was a great thumbnail, clickbait, right? You click on it, it's everything you want to see and more.
Right,
and you're
right.
watching this, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I can get into it. I feel the rumblings from below.
All right,
happening, the tingling in your pants, whatever.
The stir,
the butterflies in the stomach.
All right,
I'm like,
all
oh
right,
shit,
right.
Pappa J wasn't lying. This is
Right.
great. And so I'm getting into it. I'm like,
right.
oh fuck
Good
yeah,
man.
this is weird. I'm just like my uncle. This is fucking awkward. And all I can think about is you being like, good boy, Z-Money. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I was about to have that talk.
You
right
can
now.
do it.
Right? and right as like all these things are hitting my mind,
You go limp.
no, one of the scenes, because it was a compilation video.
Right.
It was a compilation. It was straight heterosexual stuff, and then all of
Right.
a sudden you see a hairy butthole.
Oh, you don't want that. Oh no, you don't want
And
that.
I'm like, what is this? And then all of a sudden you hear a guy, huh.
oh no.
And then you hear a, oh yeah. And there's no, none of that. And I'm like, what the hell? All right, whatever. So it flashes because it's compilation. It flashes the next scene.
Right.
So more, guy, girl stuff. And then the next thing you know, I see 2 ball bags swinging back and forth.
no!
I'm like,
Oh, no!
what the fuck is this?
Run!
What is this?
No!
And then as my mind is freaking out, like it goes back to the heterosexual, I'm like, oh, all right. And then maybe it was just some weird glitch or something.
Right, glitch in the Matrix.
No, man. Fucking 10 or 11 other times, you just see dudes edging each other. And I'm like, what the
That ain't
fuck
good.
is Pappa J into? I picked a straight category because if you wanna do all the gay stuff, there is a specific button you can hit on all these websites that takes you to just the gay stuff, which is whatever. If you're into that thing, you're into that stuff. But no, I had it selected and I double checked it was on the straight stuff, but they're splashing little clips of gay stuff in there. And I'm like, no,
For a straight dude, that's hard to watch.
well,
It's just to get to you.
And it's the biggest mind fuck I had in my entire life.
Right.
Because I'm like, all right, let's get this going. Pappa J loves me. He's proud of me.
Let me do you a favor.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to type in Sasha Fox with 3 X's, and give that a whirl. That's
Sasha Fox. Who is that?
well, you're gonna want to find out because that's where it's at, and that won't lead you down the wrong path.
What's up, Diggs BTW? He says, hey, what's up?
Hey.
G. But I'm telling you, man, don't ever do me dirty like that again.
Right, well, that was
You
my
think
fault.
I'm going to go back and look at that edging category again when I'm doing interning? No. You fucked yourself. You had your one chance and you ruined me. You ruined me. And at first I was like, you know what? I can just plow through this. No big deal because they're like 30-second little clips and there's a 5-minute video with 30 seconds cuts here's and there. And I'm like, whatever. No. After amount of the shit I've seen, which I've never really seen before, it blew my mind. I just had to, I didn't even fit. I had to shut it off and walk away. I put my phone down literally and went to the bathroom and took a shower because I felt dirty and nasty. It was disgusting.
There you go. That's the one you need right there.
Oh my gosh.
There. Yeah.
I know that
Yeah.
girl. I've seen that girl in other videos besides Edge.
All right.
She's a good one. She's a good one.
She knows what she's doing.
You definitely like the dark haired people a lot. The dark
I?
the brown haired people, yeah. Alexis, Texas. I mean,
Alexis, Texas. I don't remember. No,
What the
that was
hell
a
are
blonde
people-
chick.
what the hell are people doing here?
Why are people here?
Go. Get out of here.
I can't believe kids are still here. She didn't take.
I don't fucking
She's
know.
leaving that one to bump around the house all by herself.
I'm even more fucking freaked out now because how much did my child just hear me say?
Oh man!
And I thought
She's
they
gonna
were
talk
supposed
about
to
it
be
at school.
They were supposed to be at soccer.
right.
At soccer.
Right.
Practice right now.
Right. Well, I know.
Which is why the door was open.
The older one didn't have practice.
I
but
know,
the
but
younger
the
one
older
did.
one-
But she should have took them both.
They both go. Oh,
right. This
God.
show's not meant for children.
Scarred for life.
Travis says, "What the hell is Pappa J into? I would have never seen that coming." Yeah, me neither, dude. It's the weirdest shit. And don't tell me to go look at it again because I'm not. So all I know out there are these compilations of edging that Pappa J told me to watch, and they contain clips of gay nature, which
Give
is
it- give
if
it
it's
a
your
second
thing.
look. Give
No,
it a second
no,
look.
I'm not falling for that fucking trap again. I don't know what you're into. Now Kim,
Yeah.
Miss Kardashian.
Yeah.
Big broad shoulders, looks like she plays baseball. One of the hottest chicks I've ever seen. I feel like
Right.
there's a reason why I'm attracted to her now.
Because you and me are the same.
Yeah, or she's carrying an extra thing down there.
No, she's not.
Yeah, that's why we're
she's
so
not.
terrified of her. I hope she's not fucking listening right now.
Oh,
'cause
she listens to every show.
I love her to
Uh-oh.
death, and she's probably gonna fuck us up now.
Well,
And now, you see what I mean?
She's got a hairy pair.
She's got a hairy what? Hairy parrot? Is that what you said? What'd you say?
Wow.
She has a hairy pear. Is that what you're trying to say?
Harry Peach. Oh my gosh, Pappa J. Well, all this talk about nasty hairy peaches is getting me kind of hungry. Let's go ahead and cut to commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be doing some snack time. Ha ha ha.
Oh man, I'm hungry. You got any snacks?
What do you mean, snacks?
You know, snacks. Like the Planet Gummies from Trolley, or the Crunchy Bacon Cheetos. How about the pulled pork Lay's chips with mustard?
What? Where the fuck do you get those?
Glad you asked. It's called Pops Exotic. First thing you can do is go to popsexotic.com to see all the other snacks they have. Then go to all their social media at Pops Exotic to see all the cool and different snacks they have to offer.
How do we get there?
You heard of Uber?
Oh, shit.
Have you ever wanted to fly a plane?
Yeah.
Well, you can now with Big Lip Radio's new game called Fly the Plane. You could check it out on the Google Play Store for free. Yeah, that's right. 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 Free.
Snack time.
Making pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Oh, baby.
Making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake.
Oh, that sounds so good. Take some bacon and put it in pancakes. Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't eating bacon pancakes tonight, but what we are doing is trying 4 snacks, rating them on a scale of 1 to 5, and telling you why. We've tried over 1,000 different snacks, and I feel like our palates are very mature. Now, sometimes we might be a little too drunk to explain our actual emotions towards the snack, but
Okay.
oh, hey, real quick. Travis Langley in the chat says, you guys should try the Oculus version of interneting. VR is amazing for it.
Oh, no.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And he's watching this on YouTube right now. Pappa J. Let's go ahead and I guess jump right into. Do you want to jump into the one that we are the prison snacks, incarceration snacks?
Let's do it.
You want to do that one first?
Yeah, let's jump right in the deep end of the pool.
All right. And you said you got these from where?
I got it from Pops Exotic.
Who are you texting right now? Get off your phone. You're like Ant-Man. Get off your phone.
Ant-Man.
You're like Ant-Man. Get off your phone. Now, when we say you have to be incarcerated or have to be in jail, like, how do you know this story?
The only place those can be found, and they predate my history with them. But there was a gentleman in there when I grabbed these. I said, "Oh, I haven't seen these before." There was a gentleman in there, and he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Aside from this place, the only place I've ever seen him is in a prison commissary."
Was his name Bubbles?
Bubbles?
Bubba.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Who's Bubbles?
It's what movie is he from? Go ahead. It's a reference to a movie. I feel like
It's
he's
not a reference. It's just a dumb name you came up with.
Yeah, it's just a dumb name from a. So I had a friend that was incarcerated. He's
uh-oh.
like, "Yeah, you don't mess with Bubbles."
I have no idea.
It's one of them weird things. It's all right. We love you.
It was just somebody in prison. His name was Bubbles.
It says the whole shebang. Super seasoned snacks, extreme crunchies with a bonus kick of heat. There's heat in these?
Yeah,
Papa
there's
J,
heat
you
in
picked
them.
heat up out of these?
I knew you guys would like them. I'm thinking of you because I care.
I feel like if these are in prison, I want to go. It says sometimes going a little over the top is good thing. In this case, the whole shebang, family of products, it's a very good thing.
Shebang.
Wholeshebang.com. These prison snacks got a website?
I have no idea.
It says, with their own one-of-a-kind taste experience, were an instant hit when they first appeared in our Moon Lodge line of munchies. They said munchies on the bag right there.
Right.
And it says, and they've been a snacking favorite ever since. Now that uniquely delicious, mediocre flavor, why does it say mediocre flavor?
Weird.
Is a brand all on its own. Take your zest threshold to the next level. Check out our full line of super season, taste-tastic items. I almost said testacular. Each with its own amped-up spin on the distinctively intense invention that is the whole shebang. What the fuck? That's a mouthful.
They had a bag of chips there as well as these, what are those, Cheetos-looking guys right there?
They look like Cheetos.
Right,
no
right.
shit.
Crispy, crunchy Cheetos, not the puffs.
Oh, they smell like just regular Cheeto puffs.
Do they?
Yeah, and they're nice size, too. They look like mini chicken wings.
Oh, look at that.
That's good. Look at that. Haha. I'm gonna try them.
They smell like buffalo.
They smell like buffalo. Let's see the bag. The whole shebang, huh? Let's see. Ooh, it does smell like buffalo. You know,
They're sweet.
It smells like a corner bar, doesn't it? Like you'd run into Boston or something. They are sweet. Oh, there's the heat. Oh, wow. Now, they're not quite as crunchy. Ooh, wow. Not quite as crunchy as Cheetos. But, man, they do pack some heat. Are you feeling any heat?
No.
I'm feeling heat.
The number one ingredient is cornmeal.
Yeah. Well, they don't taste anything like a Cheeto. But they are spicy.
There's not a lot of flavor.
I get a lot of flavor from them.
I got a lot of heat, not a lot of flavor.
Now,
what? Do you have flavor in that, Zach? I think there's a lot of flavor along with the heat.
It's a very ranchy heat.
Right. It's a ranchy flavor.
It's a ranch flavor. There's no cheese. And now these look like hairy cheese doodles. Little hairy cheese doodles. But the cheese of an... Okay, so I think here's the problem. It doesn't taste like a Cheeto.
Right.
No, you're expecting a Cheeto and it's not.
It doesn't taste like a Cheeto. Now, I don't see anywhere where
it's
it
very
claims to be.
tangy.
It looks like a Cheeto, but it don't taste like a Cheeto.
Nope.
Tang is a good word, too. Poontang.
Very tangy.
It's in here. The poontang is all over this. But yeah, a zesty heat. It's a zesty, ranchy, tangy heat.
Right.
Now, I almost want to call it Buffalo Ranch or Buffalo Heat.
Right. I can see that because you got like a ranch on there, so it could be a buffalo style wing, and it smells like buffalo certainly.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's hotter than Flamin' Hot.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
The initial kick is there, but it doesn't last.
Well, I'm sweating underneath
The
my
heat in my
bandana.
mouth goes away after like a few seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's good because you can eat more.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm sweating. Eric's head
It's like a sweet barbecue sauce or something.
The boss's head is just shiny though, so I don't know if he's sweating or not.
Too bad that was a visual joke because it was funny.
Literally rubbed his head and made the sound effect. You guys want any more of these?
Papa J does.
I'm like, keep them right here because I'll snack on them later.
No, they are very,
Come on, you can do
very,
it.
very hot.
But they're tasty though.
You know, the more you eat hot,
I
you're
feel-
gonna get used to it.
No, I've been hanging out with Opie.
Eat one chip.
I've been hanging out with Opie. This is as good as I can get.
Oh, look at this one. Haha.
But despite the heat, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because the flavor itself is great. But man, that heat, good lord!
It is a big kick in the fucking face, right
Right,
up
you're
front. A big fucking kick, but it's gone now. Like I don't feel the tingling, I don't feel the heat in my mouth anymore. But the residual effects, I think I have an allergic reaction to pepper or whatever makes hot things hot.
Right.
Because no matter what, even A1 steak sauce or ketchup, I start sweating. It's weird. Even
It's a
mustard,
great flavor.
I
You know
start
what?
sweating.
Fuck it, I'm giving her a 4. What do you think?
Holy shit!
Really? What?
And look, he's grabbing more. Oh my
Right,
god!
really
Man,
good.
see,
I kind of want to get locked up now.
it's kind of
Right? If that's in prison, fucking send me.
yeah. It's weird because I don't like that sweet that goes with it.
It's more of a tangy than a sweet, though. But
It's
I do
like
see
a-
what you're saying.
It's like a sweet and sour sauce with spice.
Yeah.
A lot like a sweet and sour
So I'm
sauce.
kind of middle of the
All right.
road. It's just 2.5.
The crunch is there, the texture there, the size is there. There's nothing really too wrong about this snack. If you're not a Heat fan, well, of course that ain't gonna be something you want to do. So
Right.
this, I'm gonna give a 4 out of 5. I like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos better myself, but this isn't bad.
See,
All
it's
right.
one of those snacks that it's like you don't only eat it if you're like really hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I think
I don't know. I think I could house that whole bag if I'm given a little bit of time.
I think we should compare it to that other one that's up there.
Other what?
The Fuego.
No, that's for the hot episode.
Remember for the
hot episode.
Remember what was it? 2 weeks ago, I ate an entire bag of Doritos all by myself. The
You
party
did.
bag.
With it, and you brought queso.
And I brought queso
You
dip.
dipped the Doritos
told
in
him.
queso.
Right.
That is freaking nuts.
That started the old upward trend on
What do
the
you got
weight
there?
gain.
What do you got there, Z?
Well, Papa J also got this from Pops Exotic, and we've
Right.
not tried this flavor before.
no.
These are a roll of Oreos, ice cream flavor.
Right,
Ice
it's like a
cream flavored
sleeve of
Oreo.
Oreos.
Which flavor ice cream?
It just says
Oreo
ice
flavor
cream.
ice cream?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's what the flavor is because it's Oreo and ice cream.
Now here's what's interesting. I asked Pop down there. I said, "Hey man, what do you got here that's not selling that you want us to try? And if we like it, we'll tell people we like it." I said, "But careful, if we don't like it, we'll tell people we don't like it."
Oh, so you're honest.
He looked me dead in the eye and he said, "Whatever you grab here, if they like it, if they don't listen to it this week, if they decide to come in next week because they listened to the show late, the inventory is going to be rotated." He says, "I don't have a problem getting rid of any of this stuff."
Oh, what a swinging dick.
Right?
He's
Right?
look at
He
that
says
guy.
all his stuff moves.
It is awesome.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of air in this bag. It's very puffed up. It's
I
like,
think that's for protection than anything else. To keep the
Or it's gone
keep
rancid.
the Oreos from getting all right.
rancid, something.
It expired 2 years ago.
Nah. So, look at the first cookie is already crumbled.
Is it? Despite the air in the package.
Yeah. All right, I grabbed one cookie. It looks like a normal Oreo. I'm used to seeing the double stuff, so this looks like the cream is very thin.
Thin. It does. It does look thin, regardless.
But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's try
What
it.
are you reading there, late?
I tried the
I was,
cookie.
I was reading when it expired.
Oh, aside from grabbing one and handing me the package so I could get one,
Here you
what
go.
are you reading?
It expired in 2022.
Jerkwad.
It did not. It probably did.
Did not.
Hey.
Don't go blaspheming Pops like
Whoa.
that.
That's like a.
It
That
was
takes
made
your.
in 2022.
That takes your breath away.
Okay, it's got a purple filling in it. Purple pink.
Hold on. It takes your breath away for
That
sure.
was a weird cookie.
That
Bubble gum.
That first bite, but it's like a menthol bubble gum. Like when you
Kinda?
smoke a menthol cigarette and you gotta bust that the little bead of menthol open in the what is it, Camels? I never smoked, but I see
Right.
my buddies do it all the time in the military. But either way, that takes your breath away. That first bite. There's like a
Right.
minty flavor.
It's like a minty bubble gum. Bubble gum with mint in it, kind of.
You know what? You know when you go to the dentist and as a child.
I
and
know
they're
where
like,
you're going. You're right.
What kind of toothpaste you want me to clean your teeth with? And
Yeah, when
we
you
got
soak-
this
soak your
flavor,
teeth
this
in that
flavor,
tray.
right? This flavor, the teeth in the tray, right?
All right.
This tastes like that stuff from the dentist.
Which, by the way, always tasted great.
You probably just guzzle it out of the jar.
I would rather a normal Oreo. Oreo has a great track record here in the States. Now this is a foreign Oreo. So it's going to be a little bit weird to us because we're used to normal stuff instead of foreign stuff.
There's not a lot of cream in there.
Nope, there's not. Thank goodness, because that cream is very rich.
Yeah, but I feel like there needs to be more. The cookie is overpowering. Now, does the cookie have a different flavor too?
Nah, it's a regular cookie Oreo. It's just that mint is unique.
It's not mint.
I give it a 3.5. What do
What
you think it is?
What is it? It says on the bag. What is
It does. It's not mint.
What is it?
Blueberry.
I don't get.
Maybe.
Maybe a. I don't taste a blueberry.
So that's what was funny because that's what I was thinking when I first tried it.
Yeah, blueberry.
I got as soon as Papa J said bubblegum, I got the bubblegum flavor.
Right.
Like a minty bubblegum.
Right, it's like a minty bubblegum. Now that he says blueberry and I focus on it, okay, it kind of tastes the way the
aftertaste.
The blueberry strawberry shortcake girl smelt.
Yeah.
Remember those little strawberry shortcake dolls that
Yeah.
smelled like various fruits?
Excuse me, what? I don't smell dolls.
Oh, you didn't grow up in the right era.
Yeah,
You just
kissing
smell their
sisters like on Star Wars. Fucking weirdo.
Right, it
I
was
feel
fine
like that's
back
the
then.
weird era.
It was fine back then. You guys are all freaking uptight.
Whatever, sister kisser. That's probably why your sister's. Oh, fuck.
Hey,
I was gonna say.
You were going there? That's your mom.
No, that's what I was gonna say. That would have been fucked up if I would have said that. So I'll say this: that's probably why your sister doesn't like you, because you're holding a secret.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's funny. You knew which
Oh
way I was
my
gonna go
God.
with that too. That would have been fucked. I love her to death, by the way, and I was gonna blame you for her
Wow.
death. That's pretty much what I was
Good
gonna
Lord.
do. Oh my God, I'm an asshole. Cyberzak is a dick.
He is.
That's so awful. Oh my gosh. Okay, boss man, what score are you gonna give that Oreo?
That's actually a pretty decent Oreo.
Let me see that back real quick.
CyberZach is a dick.
Yes, sometimes he pops out. I don't have context in text messages, so
that's
I'm
a 4
always
of an
a dick.
Oreo.
Oh, Jesus. What do you think, a 4?
Yeah, 4.
I was going to give it a 3.5. I think a regular Oreo is better, although the more I eat of them, the more palatable it becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 3.5 I think is not a bad score.
I did eat 2 of them, and the first time I ate it, it literally took my breath away. I was like, what is this? Am I mixing it with something, or is there a chemical reaction with the other snack that we're trying in this? No, it's just the Oreo, and it reminds me of the bubble gum from a dentist, and I wasn't really a big fan of that. But I can taste... Oh, here's the question. Do you taste any ice cream? Any of you?
No, ice
But
cream
I don't
is
taste
not
bubble
there.
gum either, so...
It's said by a member in the audience, what if we have to freeze them? That might be an option, but we don't have time now.
Right.
You can put them in the freezer and the game room fridge, the studio fridge there. We'll try them later. Actually, you know what?
She's just housing this whole bag.
I know. We'll try them. We'll try them next week on next week's episode. See if freezing them makes a difference.
There we go. We got
on
him in
next
there.
week's
on next
episode.
Week's show. Got it.
Yep. So I'm gonna give that a score of a 3. I need more filling.
Right.
It didn't taste any
A little
ice
lighter
cream.
than filling.
It kind of reminds me of the dentist, and I don't get any blueberry. Now, I was waiting for that aftertaste of blueberry because I don't taste it up front.
Right.
And there's like a crystal in there, too, like a granular crystal that was in
Like
there.
a sugar
The fake
grain.
blueberries.
Something. And I don't know. It was just weird. So it's 3. It's not bad. It's not good. I'd get something else, but if they were out, I'd definitely eat another one.
Shocked. Well, I mean, it's Oreo. Shocked because even Oreo watermelon, somehow they always make every damn thing work and come out delicious.
The Oreo watermelons, when this one was being born,
Right.
And I'm pointing to the member of our audience right now.
Right.
There was a request because I was there with my wife in the hospital. It was said, "Hey Zach, what do you want?" by another family member. I said, "Give me watermelon Oreos," and sure enough, I ate 2 or 3 different packs of those watermelon Oreos. So not bad. Those are good. Let's go ahead and try our next snack.
Yeah. What do we got up next, Z-Money? You reach up there in the big old pile of
He
snacks.
looks at me with this puppy. Sure.
I want this. Come on.
Because I
Bring it
reach
on.
over a snack and I
Bring it
give
on.
the crowd a look.
Well, it could have been the one behind it. It could have been one of the...
Well,
They all look good.
That's
Look.
for next week's show. That's for next week's show, my friend. So what I pulled down from our snack shelf, which is why I stand up and reach, because up here where you guys can't see
Is a whole smorgasbord of
a
snacks.
whole plethora, like the boss man is saying, of snacks. And we did indeed try these before, but
A different version of these.
there was a different version. Now,
When they were first introduced, and I've heard they've redone them a little bit.
These
but
are
didn't put revised on the package.
yeah, these are the Nerds Gummy Clusters Very Berry flavor.
God, I love gummies.
Sweet and gummy, tangy and crunchy. Now, what'd you say was different about these
So
ones?
so last time it was like a cube, and then it had some nerds on the outside. Remember, they were kind of a lot of gummy, and then just kind of small coating of nerds.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. I heard they're smaller, and so the ratio is much better. So we'll see. We'll
Of
see.
gummy to
Because I think we
nerd?
didn't rate them that well because there was too much gummy on the nerds.
All right, so
So we'll
here
see.
it is.
It sounds like
Personal
like
challenge.
a category for interneting. So they are indeed these little
Alright,
clusters
so-
of gum. I'm holding it up to the camera of gummy snacks, and they're pretty colorful. I like the colors on these.
Oh, these are way better.
Crunchy, sweet and gummy. Very berry flavor. Man, I love gummies. This is one of the things I miss most about watching what I'm eating now.
Now, wait.
This is the only time I get to eat gummies is when we taste test them here.
When you watch what you eat, just look at it. You'll be fine.
All right.
Just watch it as it goes down. You'll be like, honey, I'm watching what I eat.
Oh, man. Nerds.
Dude, these are 5. These are really good.
Z-Money, what are you thinking?
I've had a bunch of these gummy clusters before. I've had the individual small size. I've had the big size. And I kind of like these because a lot of the times the nerds, they destroy your teeth because you're expecting the chewy gummy crunch.
Right.
And you get a hard nerd in there without realizing it.
You go down on a lot of hard nerds?
I'd go down on a lot of hard nerds, and sometimes they don't go down all the way. You got to smack them a little bit. You got to smack them with the gums. And you fucking sicko. And these are very good. I like the flavor of these. What flavor was it? It's a
Very berry.
And I like this berry flavor. Unlike the Oreos where apparently it was blueberry.
Right.
I taste berries in this. All of them. And it is really good. Nerds are in the top 10 for snacks for me.
Right.
Now, when you give them, the nerd gummy ropes are the first type of gummy nerds that came out. The rope of nerds.
Right.
They cut that rope up and shoved it in his bag, and it's just as good. This is a 5. This is a 5. I'd eat this whole pack. I've eaten plenty of other flavors of that same size pack all by myself.
Oh,
it's
so
really
good. I gotta agree with you guys. It's a 5. It's a 5 all day long, every day. Oh, so
all
wonderful.
day, every day. You give it a 5?
I give
What's
it a 5.
one thing that makes you think that? Just one thing.
The flavor of the gummy combines so well with the flavor of the nerds, and it just works.
Yep. I feel like
So
you could
good.
rip all the nerds off and still just enjoy the gummy that's underneath it all by itself and
Right.
still give it a 5. So,
Wonderful.
You know, I don't think so, because last time we had too much gummy and you didn't like it.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I was too drunk, man.
No.
Maybe I was too
It
drunk.
was just
Speaking of
because there's
drunk,
way too much gummy on it.
Yes. Hey, Pappa J knows himself. But you might as well keep that fridge open, big dog. This is our 4th snack we're about to try. So in the door or on the bottom shelf, that's the new flavor that you're holding up. So I'm guiding him along. He's digging through the studio fridge, and that's where we keep.
You got a new Red Bull?
Yes, which is what you're holding on to right now. What'll be for next Tuesday?
Let's do that one next Tuesday. Red Bull, we gotta do it while it's timely. Amber Edition Red Bull. Vitalize mind and body. Oh, man.
What's the flavor?
That says amber. Oh, there it is. Ooh, okay.
What is it? Hairy peach?
Strawberry apricot.
Oh, that sounds
Okay.
like a weird flavor. Do you like? Here's a question. Do you like apricots?
Yes.
An apricot is a little tiny. It's almost like a pear, and in the middle it has a pit. The pit is bigger than the actual fruit itself, I feel like, on apricots, but it's a very distinct flavor.
Now, I haven't had a sugared Red Bull since October, actually. So yeah, this would be my first non-diet Red Bull.
Strawberry apricot, dude.
Right.
I don't like apricots. I love strawberries, though.
All right.
So
well,
this is very. I'm
let's
very
see how it
curious.
works.
Go ahead and open that bad boy up.
You know, ironically, the worst tasting Red Bull, actually the only Red Bull you can call bad tasting, is the original Red Bull.
I know. Well, now
All the
that,
flavors are really good. Oh, look, it's a purpley pink drink.
Oh, that's weird. Now, remember when Red Bull first came out? I think Red Bull was the first energy drink to hit the market.
What are you doing?
The open
Pour that.
worldwide market. Don't pour any for her. Oh, you pour me 2 cups.
Hey, you
One
don't
for my
have to
beer.
pour all of that.
Oh, make up your mind, Pappa J. Make up your mind.
You know, the aluminum really doesn't react well.
It's Red Bull, bro. No.
What?
Red Bull gives you wings.
It does, but not to
It's like,
minor.
it's like a cool uncle.
Cool. Uncle Tiddles, weirdo. Yeah. I'm trying to lure. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That was awful. Smell it? Did you smell it? It smells like throw up.
The aluminum
it
really
does.
throws off the scent. You can't rely on
Pappa
the
J,
aroma.
It comes
in
from a
this
fucking
aluminum
aluminum can.
Yeah, but this cup, cup's not as clean as that can. I'll guarantee
It
that.
is. It
this
is.
motherfucker's been sitting around with 3 different drinks in it for the last month.
I wash them every. My wife is so pissed off
Right.
because of after every podcast that sink is full of these aluminum recyclable cups. These are the Mountain Dew ones too. The best cups. The best aluminum cups you can get.
Purple Thunder Mountain Dew cups.
They're $1 each.
So that is really smooth. That is way smoother than a regular Red Bull.
It's less harsh than than a normal Red Bull.
Oh,
like
all
you
the
said.
flavored Red Bulls are awesome. Now, dragon fruit
you guys
is
didn't
one
want any
I've
more,
been
right?
really
You guys
addicted
didn't
on.
want any more?
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
Dragon fruit is the one I was addicted on before I had to switch to sugar-free, and that's my favorite
Wait.
by far.
This isn't sugar-free, right?
I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
not.
Good.
I don't think so. Holy crap.
Right.
That's a flavor right there.
Right.
I get the strawberry notes. Now, I think the strawberry drowns out the apricot.
Apricot's kind of a peachy flavor. It's
It
there.
is. But maybe that's what's making it smooth. Because I don't get that tangy, tinny taste of a normal Red Bull.
Right.
Or any of the flavors. There's usually that Red Bull signature of like a copper penny.
Right.
And this ain't in there at
None
all.
of the flavored Red Bulls
I
have
wouldn't
that.
even know this would be a Red Bull. That's the
Right.
crazy thing.
It's wonderful. It's a 4.
4? What do you think, boss man?
That is really good.
Yeah?
I'm gonna give this a 5.
You're gonna
Wow.
What'd you hold
So-
up?
So on road trips, I usually drink Red Bulls.
Yeah. What flavor, typically?
Well, now it's gonna be this. Usually it's the regular version.
Have you tried that dragon fruit?
Nope.
Try it. It is my favorite. It's a
What
green
color is
can.
that? Green?
Green can.
I feel like this is kind of similar to the taste of dragon fruit.
It is. You're right. You're right. It's kind of close. There's not a huge difference.
I'm ready for a road trip. Let's go.
Jump on the back of the Harley.
You know what pairs well with that? Those nerds.
Well, you know what? It probably does.
Those
Try
gummy nerds.
Try a handful of them.
You already did.
You already did?
Your kid ate them all.
No, they're right there. I'm putting them down.
How is it with the
there's none left.
with the banquet of beers?
I didn't try it mixed with the beer yet because I want to say by itself, this energy drink is really good.
Right.
Now, I'm not a fan of Red Bull, so call me a little biased. But
a little biatch?
A biatch. But this is pretty good. Now, there's not really a downfall, right?
No, there's no aftertaste.
It tastes like a strawberry cream
It's
versus
clean.
a strawberry apricot.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't get no apricot flavor. It says that on the actual can itself, and I don't get that flavor. Now, I don't know how you would replicate a flavor like that because it's very distinct, but it's a strawberry
Chemicals,
cream.
man. Chemicals.
More than it is a strawberry apricot.
Natural flavor.
And for that reason, I'm going to dock it at half a point because I want a strawberry apricot, right? Just like that Oreo cookie.
Right.
That was disappointing. I wanted ice cream. I didn't taste 1 cent of ice cream, which is why I got a 3. This energy drink, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5.
Wow, look at that.
4.5 out of 5. It's so close, but
5,
yet
4.5, and a 4.
Yeah,
That's a good run for an energy drink.
So close, but yet so far. Here, I got one last test to find out, though. I take
here it is.
the strawberry apricot energy drink, and I'm going to go ahead and pour some Coors Banquet in there and see what we get. Oh,
Drum roll, please.
Look at that mixture.
Yeah, drum roll.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I can't find it.
Don't do it.
Everybody wants it back.
I can't even find it.
Everybody wants the drum roll back.
Nobody wants the drum roll.
I don't want it back.
I tried to look for it, but I ain't got time. Let's go ahead and drink this.
Cheers.
Popular demand. Look at that. Upended. He goes. He just guzzled the whole thing. Chug, chug, chug. Oh, there's a pleasant look.
And this is how you get hiccups for 2 days.
You might be right. That happened a couple months ago on our podcast. I got hiccups for 2. I think
it was 4 days, bro.
I think it was 4 days.
I was worried myself. I thought you were going to die.
I thought you were going to die.
I thought you were going to die.
But you just kept rolling.
I said, oh, look, he's not as strong as old Papa.
All right.
Papa could do that, no problem. That's his problem.
This is very strange. We all know the flavor of apricot, right?
Right.
Apricot, however you want to call it. This tastes like apricot.
Really?
Yes, with the Coors Banquet.
The beer brings it out.
And you get the smallest hint of strawberry. But this is good. I feel like I could mix the rest of the can in this bottle and it would be great. Holy shit, that's what an apricot is supposed to taste like.
Wow, stands up.
That's a fucking 5.
All right.
That's a 5, dude. I was so shocked when I tried it. I was like, this could be horrible because usually a smooth strawberry mixed with Coors Banquet or any sort of alcohol that's a malt beer is not good.
Right.
But this is great, man. It's that apricot I was looking for. That's a 5. That is a 5 all day long.
Awesome. MVP.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Oh.
Smack time.
Yes, when you hear that, that means we need to crown our MVP, and I think I have it in our hands. We all gave it a 5, right?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we did. Correct me if I'm wrong, and if I didn't say a 5 then, I'm saying a 5 now. It is the Nerds very, very, very berry reorganized clusters, right?
Right.
Yep. Reorganized clusters.
Awesome
Those
stuff.
were a 5. Now, I think that is going to conclude our snack time. But let's go ahead and cut to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll be doing a little bit of nostalgia.
Oh, man.
What's up?
I just beat my last video game.
What do you mean you beat your last video game?
Yeah, I just beat Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country. I mean, I beat them all.
Are you sure you've beat them all?
Well, no.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself down to Fallout Games in Tempe, North Phoenix, Paradise Valley, or the Mesa location. They specialize in all the old school video games. Or you can go to falloutgames.net and see what they got online as well. But it's best to go to store location. You get the whole experience. They even got Legos.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm going now.
My name is EJ Sparks, and I am sparking it up and keeping it lit on Big Lip Radio Podcast. The only thing I love,
Yes, indeed, it is nostalgia. And Pappa J, what is nostalgia?
Nostalgia is where you take one game, a clip of about 90 seconds,
about 35 seconds long,
and you guys get to guess
the name of the game
for a prize in our Big Lip Radio prize vault.
Big Lip Radio prize vault.
What the name of that game is?
The name of that game is
007, Goldeneye.
What? That's not part of it.
Oh, that was last week's.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, week
It
before.
wasn't last week's, buddy.
Week before.
It was the week before.
Let's go ahead and actually review last week. But before we do,
I figured it out in the middle of my sleep.
right? Much like Pappa J said, I give a 30-second to 35-second clue, sometimes 90, depends on how drunk I am when I make the clues. And all you got to do is guess the name of the game. Once you have that name of the game, go to all of our social media at Big Lip Radio, type the name in anywhere on any of our walls. That's what they're still calling them, right? Our walls?
Wow, I haven't
Social
heard
media
referred
walls,
to a wall as
right?
long as
So-
that Facebook wall. Remember that?
Yeah. And then, what was that? MySpace wall?
Wow.
MySpace page. Go type that there or join us live. But this is last week's clue, so we're just telling you if you're right or wrong. Let's go ahead and review it. Oh, hey, by the way, if you're old school, podcast at BigLipRadio.com. You can email us too.
Right.
So without further ado, let's listen to the last week's
Dude,
clue. Sorry, that was loud.
Nostalgia.
Yes, when you hear that, that means it's the end of the clue for you. Now, last week, nobody in studio could guess what that clue was. Nobody guessed along with us. So
I woke up in the middle of the night, cold sweats. I knew exactly what this was.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure you know what it was? What system was it on?
Well, it started out on the Game Boy Advance and moved over to the Nintendo DS.
Oh, really, Pappa J?
Right. The same sound effects and music are available in the first 3 games, so it could be any one of those 3 games.
Now, do you have any idea what it is, boss man?
Not at all.
No idea? All right. Well, for those of you who guessed correctly, you won a prize from the BigLipRadio prize. I reached out to you privately via DM, and that's how you know you're a winner. This game is Advance Wars. Yeah, 3 out of 5. GameStop gave it. 96% of Google users liked it. The game came out in 2001. Publisher was Nintendo, and it's a turn-based tactical game.
Probably the only game I have more hours in than Advanced Wars is Phantasy Star.
Right.
It is seriously one of the greatest games ever made.
It says Advance Wars is a turn-based strategy video game developed by Intelligent Systems and published by Nintendo for the Game Boy Advance. It was released in North America on September 10th, 2001. The game's release in Japan and Europe was delayed supposedly due to the September 11th attacks in the United States. Isn't that fucking crazy? Because this is literally like a war advanced. It's like a tactics game, a turn-based war game. You're building units and trying to fight other units.
Ready to have your mind blown?
Yeah.
The Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, which is the re-release of this game with all new graphics, all the same maps and gameplay, but all new graphics for the Nintendo Switch, was pushed back until April because of the war in Ukraine. It was supposed to come out last April.
Oh, the irony.
Or last June.
The irony.
Right.
What the heck kind of crap is
so,
that?
So they pushed it back. That's funny. I did not know it was pushed back because of 9/11.
I didn't.
And on top of that, I discovered the game because I was in Kmart. And I didn't have a new game, and I was bored, and I wanted a new game, and I
You
saw
weren't
it.
drinking. You were smoking a lot of cigarettes, but that's about the only thing you're smoking besides
cigarettes,
pickle.
Cigarettes are so cool.
What's Kmart?
Let me tell you that. Well, it's Kmart, right?
Right? That's usually the holiday music we play during our holiday specials.
It was the Kmart, by the way, where I got my PS2 on launch day. But I'm there, and I'm looking. I'm like, I need a new game.
There used to be a Kmart over by your old Billings address.
Right, that's the one.
Yep.
And I saw Advance Wars sitting there, and I said, screw it. I knew nothing about it.
Is it
I'm
Blue
going to
Light
just
Special?
grab it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome, and I've been hooked ever since. I've got all of them. I'll get all the ones that come out later.
And the Game Boy Advance is one hell of a system.
Right,
It was
is.
a powerhouse for such a little compact thing. A color screen. There was no light on it. That was the Game Boy Advance SP that had the light. But this was so cool because you could see your games in color, and it was easier to see at night when you're doing road trips or coming to and from places and use the street lights that are going by you as light for your game. It was much more easier to see in the dark.
It was a 32-bit system with 16-bit graphics.
They did a good job.
It was a really good system.
They did one of my favorite handhelds out there, besides the PSP, and one of my other favorite handheld systems. So, hey, don't worry. If you did not guess last week's clue, we got a brand new clue just for you, and all you got to do is go to all our social media at BigLipRadio, type the name of this game that you think it is, or if you're watching us live right now, type it into the chat. I'm not going to tell you if you're right because you have a whole week to figure out. A whole week, baby. So let's go ahead and hear this week's clue. Yes, if you think you know the name of that game, go to all of our social media at BigLipRadio. Like I said previously, type that name of the game. Nothing else has to be said. Just type the name because it's attached to your tag, whatever you're posting from. So I'll know if you're correct. I'll reach out to you via DM and let you pick a prize from the BigLipRadio prize vault, which we have 3 or 4 different prize vaults, my friend. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Any idea, Pappa J?
I have a guess. I have 2 guesses. I'm going to go with one.
You can guess them both. I'm just not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. Actually, you know what? I might tell you if you're wrong if I'm feeling generous. That will be another clue.
I'm going to say Castlevania. Or Ghouls and Ghosts. God, I'm not sure, but I am very familiar with that
Laura
song.
said Zelda. That's a guess. I will say right now, that is not it.
I was going to say it doesn't sound like Zelda, and it doesn't sound like Castlevania.
Do you have any idea, boss man?
I was thinking that it came out on a Game Boy.
No. That's another clue I'll give you. It did not come out of Game Boy.
Ooh.
Did not come out on Game Boy.
Nope.
Before that?
Alongside that.
I feel like in that same
era.
Yeah, that's era. The same era for sure. But it is not Game Boy. Any idea?
Was it on a handheld that was color?
It was not on a handheld. Let's just say that. Oh. No, Laura, not Slime. She's a good guesser. Good guesser, but that is not it. Not Slime. Not Slime. All right. Well, hey, like I said, tune in next week, or not next week, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now, and you'll
find
a technical
difficulty.
Yeah, no, you'll find out the answer for this. Oh my gosh. So, well, you know what? I think that leads us into our last segment for today's show.
Oh, we got a last segment going.
What the boss want to talk about? What the boss? What the boss?
Yeah, we like to call this what the boss want to talk about. It's everything that the boss wants to do. If you're wondering who the boss is, it's the guy sitting to my right. Yeah. This guy.
You just walk right over your whole video or your.
It's fine. This guy's got his own sound effect clip. He's got his own intro music for his own segment on today's show.
This guy's amazing.
He likes to talk, right? I like to feel like we should give him his space. So we created a segment just for the boss man to bring up topics that he'd like to discuss. Most of the times it's cars, but I think I have something we need to figure out.
Spaceballs. Man, so I had the weirdest thing happen to me
what was that?
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was really weird and kind of freaky.
Yeah.
I walked into my friend's. So normally I just walk into my friend's house
on a Tuesday, right?
On a Tuesday,
a normal Tuesday.
Yeah, you just walk in. Everybody's here. Everybody's having a good time, and I walked into the house, and it was like something out of a horror movie.
What do you mean? Was his house dirty?
No. The house had barking dogs.
Was it trashed?
It wasn't trashed. It was
Did
just
it smell like dog shit everywhere?
It was just eerily quiet, and all the fans were running. It was like, what the heck's going on.
So on a normal Tuesday, you walked into your friend's house.
Yeah.
And you just got freaked out. Why were you freaked out?
Do you always go to this friend's house on Tuesday?
I always
Is
go
it
to
a
there on
normal thing?
Tuesdays. It's
Every
It's
Tuesday?
a regular thing every
For like
Tuesday.
the last 4 years?
Yep. And so it's like, well, maybe he's pooping or something. So I call out.
Your friend?
Nothing. I look in the game room.
about?
Nothing. I'm like, man. All right, well, I'll call him.
Boss?
Call him up, and you hear all these kids screaming in the background. It's like, well, he's definitely not here. And
Wow.
Where was your friend?
he was at some soccer game.
What?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Wait
a minute.
I showed up at my friend's house today before my friend got here because he had to go pick up kids from school.
Yeah.
And the door was locked tighter than a drum. So when my friend's got the kids at the soccer match, he's going to be gone for hours. He leaves the door open?
It was open.
How does that
well,
work?
Wait, it was cracked open. I'll put it that way.
Now, this friend. Okay, cat's out of the bag. All right. this friend is me.
Yeah, it is you.
You showed up. You showed up on a Tuesday like you normally would
For podcast night.
For podcast night,
Right.
but you must have missed where we announced.
It's Thursday.
I
and
thought
here
it
we
was
are.
next week that all this was going to go down, not this week.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, we spoke about it multiple times in our Discord, which
No,
I said you guys can all be a
you
part
said,
of.
You said the missus would be out, and I didn't put two and two together.
Which
that-
is why-
Because, I didn't get that,
I'm at soccer practice.
I just figured that she would be out and no big deal.
Because I have a great wife who decides to take care of the kids on Tuesdays when we do our podcasts normally, for those out there.
So it's quite,
she's
so it's-
going to do her
So
womanly
it's quite
duties.
interesting just walking into your house and just being like, this is...
And to be fair, on Tuesdays...
And also it's like, I'm violating his home because I don't want to be in here when he's not here.
On Tuesdays, I leave the front door unlocked because I'm here in the studio doing audio work, whatever. So the hosts and the friends and the guests and the family just walk in and out as they please, which is fine because I have dogs. I got dogs. And they'll
your
alert,
guard dogs suck.
They'll alert me to who's here, and they usually bark.
Right.
They usually say, "Oh, Zmunny, somebody's here. Somebody's here." And apparently they barked like normally when you walked in, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So my wife was out of town, and so we had to move the show to today, which is why I'm watching it.
Today, Junior.
And I'm kind of paranoid and freaked out that you were in my house all by yourself.
Yeah,
weird.
And I'm like,
How'd it feel
I
when
didn't
you
want to be in your
realized-
house when you're not here. Like,
Now, I got
that was
home-
not a. That was kind of like.
I went to my bedroom,
awkward.
and there was like 4 or 5 dresser drawers that were opened. I'm not sure what the fuck that was about. I don't know if my dogs just went in there and started rummaging through, or
I got some good money for the Xbox and the 1-Up arcade.
Well, you know what? He gave your old lady some lingerie. He should be able to take some. That's
give and you take. I guess that's what it is, right? What the fuck, boss man? What did you really do in here? I'm so curious. I know you like to joke
I came
around.
in. I looked in the room.
Did
I'm
you
like,
take a shit like you normally do
No,
when you first
no.
walk in?
That's
Nope.
the first thing he does.
Nope.
Just today
every
you did
time.
it.
So I
Which
looked
is
in here.
fine,
You
but-
weren't here. I walked back into the living room. That's where I
it's
called you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna drop the snack on the shelf and I'm gonna bail. And so I did. But in the meantime, I'm about to ready to bail. Somebody pull up in front of your house and is like,
Because he called
somebody
me.
strange
He
is like
called me
looking at
while
your
I was
house.
Because he's like, "Hey, where you at, Z-Money? Are you in the bathroom?" I'm like, "No, I'm at soccer practice, bro."
You should have loaded the video of him on the ring
Well,
doorbell.
that's why you got to go be a Discord. Go. Discord's free.
It's free, by the
Just
way.
go create an account and join us and have fun. You'll see the video of him walking up to my front door and just walking in. Weirdly enough, he waits out front for a half a second too. I'm like, what is he doing? Is he on the phone?
I was on the phone, and what's funny is I was getting asked hey, Taylor Swift's in town. She's going to be here for 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Pappa J.
And asking if I had any, any interest for an interview. So
What? You could have got an interview with Taylor
What
Swift.
the
There's
fuck?
no fucking way.
Well, we didn't have a show on Tuesday, so it didn't happen.
I would have dropped the kids off somewhere.
Right.
Or brought them with. The kids would love to see
It's all
Taylor
right. I
Swift.
was like, all right, whatever. I'll.
No
What do you
way.
mean?
No way.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I wasn't supposed to talk about that part.
What the fuck?
Nuh-uh.
So he won't bring Britney Spears
Anyways,
here.
yeah,
No.
she's-
He won't bring Britney Spears' bodyguard here.
She's here prepping she's having a big concert coming up, and she's getting her whole routine down.
How do you know all this? This is like detailed information.
Because I know people's.
For the same bodyguard?
Yep.
Look.
No, I'm not a stalker. No.
a little
Anyways,
9-year-old girl. You
I thought it was
stalker?
pretty interesting. I was just asking him how he's doing, and
Yeah.
so, yep.
Tell him we need an interview with Taylor Swift.
And River Red.
That's gone.
And River Red.
No!
Why don't you look at him? He's like, you stupid.
He's so happy. I'm upset.
He's pissing all
Because
over us.
Because you're getting all upset. I'm like,
Papa
like
J,
I said,
our
I
friends
forgot.
fucking hate us.
I know. Look at the joy
Really?
he's taking.
Really? I drive here every Tuesday to come hang out.
Just to make my life miserable.
Bring snacks.
I enjoy you hanging out,
Yeah,
but
they're
you
always
also
hot
do.
snacks.
You fucking hate us because you antagonize the shit out of us. You are like, what are their buttons? Let's push them. And that's not
Right.
what friends do. That's not what friends do.
I can't
Right,
bring
I
you guys
texted
around
him-
that.
You're like, hey, we have a multi-million-dollar opportunity right here. Go fuck yourselves. That's what you did. Taylor Swift is in town. Fucking Big Lip Radio don't want to have nothing to
Give
do
me
with it.
10 minutes with Taylor Swift. I can come
I
up
told
with
her,
the world's
hey,
greatest interview.
download Diamond Picker when you're on the road. You can play that.
You told her? Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
How about nose picker?
Anyways, it was
That's a new one.
It was awkward being inside of your house because it was just
Is that like an innuendo for something?
no
Inside of my house?
No, but it was one of those things like
Innuendo.
it. I felt like it was violating your space, and I really didn't like being in here.
Well, I'm
That
gonna,
would be a weird
But it was
feeling.
really weird, just walking in like normal.
I can
Because I
say
had just
this.
gotten off the phone. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. We gotta go do the podcast.
I appreciate you
And I
feeling
walked in
weird
and was like,
for being in my house. But just know you're a friend, and I kind of trust you a little bit.
Right.
yeah. But it's still one of those.
And I'd rather you be in my house than anybody else be
Right.
in my house.
But
And
it's
that's
just kind of
not
one of
an
those things
innuendo.
of like, hey, this is not cool.
I'm surprised you didn't turn on the Xbox and start playing Forza Horizon.
I was going to ask.
No.
I mean, you tried to tell everybody you're going to steal everything.
No, but so what kind of sucked though is I've got a car. I got to get out the door. I'm working on it. Got to get out the door. So I just stop early to come here for the show, and then I'm like, well, there goes 2 hours of working
I mean, we
on that.
talked about it constantly in the Discord. I'm not sure how it's how it
I
passed.
know, it's just like,
I'm
well.
not sure. You're a part of the Discord too.
So.
We're all a part of the Discord, and it's just we talk about the important things in there because that's where a lot of the viewers and everybody else likes to hang out. A lot of the lippers, the big lippers.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Late likes to feel a little bit exclusive, so half the stuff he does, he'll do on our group chat,
Just
group
us
text.
three. I'm
Right.
like, this is great content, boss man. Put it in the Discord.
I mean, I could have done a lot of weird things in here just so you got home in it. But I was like,
you know what? I keep
But
finding
it was
some
one of
weird
those,
shit.
But it
Don't
was
act
like,
like
you
I
know
haven't.
what? You know what? I got to piece out of here because this is not cool.
You got a piece
So.
out of here? Because it's not cool? Get out of my house. That's not fucking cool. No. You did happen to lock the back and front door for me, so I appreciate that.
Yep.
I was locked out and I had to crawl through the doggy door and I got home. Thanks, Dick.
Why didn't you lock the door when you left? That's the question.
Well, to be fair, the front door
Actually,
was locked.
It was locked, but it wasn't pulled shut.
One of
It
my
was half open.
One of my daughters had to run back in the house to get her soccer cleats because she left them.
Well, then
the
if
other
you
one.
locked them, how come you didn't have keys to get back in?
I did, but he locked the screen doors, which I don't have keys for, because they're on the wife's keychain, who is not in States. So the doggy door it is, man. I'm surprised
I
my
can't
badass
believe you don't
still
have a
fits
key
there.
the same. What's wrong with you?
You know what? There might be a reason why I don't have a key for that screen door.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't walk in on Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho,
Well,
Sancho Lake, the boss man.
Well,
I
was
don't walk
thinking-
in on the big boss man.
I was thinking it's when he pisses her off, she could lock him out.
Probably.
He has to stick his head through the doggy door. Honey, I'm so sorry.
It's raining.
I'm in the doghouse. Can I come in?
And
It's raining.
the weird part is you were early that day too.
Yeah.
He
He
said,
was on time that day.
yeah,
Well, I just thought it was really weird because I'm like, I beat Pappa J here. Like that's weird.
That is
How
weird.
is that a thing?
I like to get here early. I like to watch Raw. In case anyone wants a little behind the scenes, I like to get here, watch Raw, play video games, and just kind of prep for the show, get in the right mind frame. It's Tuesday night really is a great fucking night.
It's one of my favorite nights ever, and I'm glad we keep it on Tuesday too. It's a good split up from Monday. Monday you're just you're done with the day. You're like, fuck this, and you have Tuesdays to look forward to, which makes everything better, and you forget all about Monday, and the rest of the week goes by without a hitch, and it's a breeze.
But you know something that was strange that day though?
What?
All your neighbors were outside.
Really?
When I pulled up, there was the guy in the little golf cart going by, like selling all sorts of
The
stuff.
honka man.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
going, honka honka.
And I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" To get out, and he stopped at your neighbor's house. She wanted to get some stuff. So, Mike, the neighbor, was out. Your next door neighbor was out.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was a whole smorgasbord.
Watching you do the walk of shame back to
No,
your car.
When I walked in, it was just kind of like
You're like, he's fucking dumb.
it was just unusual that everybody was out, and you.
It's crazy. Some of the things you do, boss man, I don't understand. But one thing I do know that I do understand that we all love to do, and it's also a part of what the boss man likes to talk about. What the boss
Welcome to Big Lip Radio's Movie Minute that may last longer than a minute. This week, oh, what a treat! We watched Megan, the unrated version on Peacock.
Yes, M3GAN is what you had to look up, because if
Right.
you put it on ME, you weren't finding that sucker, and I'm
Right,
not
right.
sure why. I was like, what the fuck? At least put this as a hashtag so I can find the movie.
Right.
It was a creepy one.
It came, you watched it.
It was messed up.
Damn,
You watched
who's this
it?
guy?
I'm fucking excited. I watched it 3 times, actually.
3 times? You really
Dang.
could get through it that many?
I could get through it. Now, to Eric's point here, the Boss Man on IMDb got a 6.4 out of 10.
Not bad.
It got a 4 out of 5 on Collider and a 72% on Metacritic and an 86% on Google.
Right.
It says right here, Megan is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, a brilliant robotics Megan can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of friend and teacher, playmate, and protector.
Right.
When Megan becomes the unexpected caretaker of an 8-year-old niece, she decides to give the girl a Megan prototype, a decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. Sorry, that's my fault.
Right.
Oh my gosh, Pappa J.
So good.
Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about this movie because they watched the show last week and they're like, "You guys are watching that? How is it? How is it?"
Right,
And
right.
I have some concerns and worries. I watched it 3 times for a reason.
All right.
Now, I did not like it, if that makes sense.
All right.
I kind of enjoyed this movie. There was parts about this movie, though, that didn't make sense. Now, I'm going to cover that first.
There's a lot of things in the movie that didn't make sense.
I
'Cause
mean,
it's kind of like,
it's
you guys have a good storyline, but you keep going outside a little bit.
That's a slasher movie, so you got to give it a little space.
There's scenes throughout the movie where the doll looks different every time. It looks like a different doll. It doesn't look like the same Megan doll. It looks like a different, because you can tell at parts there's a human playing it, and then at parts it's just graphics, 3D graphics.
Here's why. What they did was they had a little girl play Megan, and she had on a lot of blue. So it's a little girl with CGI.
Yeah.
So it's an actual little girl, although there were scenes with an actual puppet.
Yeah.
Most of it was done with a little girl in a blue suit.
Yeah. Now, I do like the fact that throughout this whole movie, I kept thinking, toys can't replace humans. Toys can't replace humans. Doesn't matter how big it is. Robotics can't replace humans.
Oh, come on, man. You
AI
know you wanted a
replace
Ted
humans.
doll.
I did. I wanted a Furby, too.
Ted doll, remember that? Yeah.
The Ted teddy bear?
Yeah, then they had Furbies, remember those
Right,
guys?
right.
They had a lot of these dolls back then where you'd just spend time with them and they would kind of learn to say different things.
Right.
Which was cool, and that's kind of what this show reminded me of. It's like, oh,
Right.
shit, a Furby.
Right.
And then you had video games, and now you have tablets where parents just use tablets as babysitters for their kids.
Here,
type of thing.
YouTube will watch my kid.
Yeah, but what's happening in real life when parents just hand their child a tablet? We've talked about this before.
Right, right.
You're pretty much destroying any social interaction that child could have, any sort of life lessons they could really be learning that the parents just too lazy to teach
Right,
them. And now we're all kind of guilty of this. I'm not saying I haven't told my kid to shut up and watch this movie and stay out of my hair, but I feel like that's the same as telling your kid go outside and play, right? The difference is they're being active when they go outside and play.
Right.
Now, this Megan doll literally is told in this movie to protect its companion, which is, the little girl.
The girl it's synced with.
The girl it's synced with.
Yeah, it's got to sync up.
Physically and emotionally.
Right.
And then tells the creator, you are a secondary user.
Right.
Did you catch that part?
Right. Well, the creator had to make herself a user.
Yes.
And, of course, it would be secondary to the primary user, which is the little girl.
Which then allows the Megan doll to disobey whatever the secondary user is because it's not the primary user.
Right.
And throughout the movie, it's just cool how they play it up like toys are taking the roles of parents, but it's ruining the social aspect for the kid because now the parents have no control. It's literally this doll running your child's life.
See? But you're thinking too much about it.
Okay.
Here's a doll that's killing people. There you go.
But really, did the doll kill people, or did events of realizing that, holy shit, this doll is talking to me, I'm freaked out, I'm going to back up and fall over this rock and then fall into the street, kill people?
Well, I mean, she did rip his ear off, but
he wasn't dead. He was
Now-
trying to teach him a lesson. Hey, leave my my sync partner alone, my companion.
Now, did you notice before she started going crazy, the spark in the base of her neck when the dog attacks?
Yeah.
That's supposed to indicate that she's malfunctioning now.
Yes.
Okay, that
yes.
was some damage that done let her down the primrose path right there.
Now you have neighbor issues in this movie,
Right.
which is what Pappa J is referring to. There's a hole in the fence, and obviously the neighbor's dog keeps running through the hole, shitting on the auntie's lawn. And
Gemma's lawn.
She
right
gets
there?
all pissed
Right.
off, and the doll senses anger with the little girl, and it just turns into a big clusterfuck, like you would expect.
Right.
Like you would expect. Now, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Even the last part when she's running amok amongst everybody.
Right.
I feel like it's really well put together, honestly, and that's my opinion.
Right.
I took a lot away from this movie. Like electronics can't replace human interaction.
Right.
There's just things you cannot do, even if these dolls are programmed specifically to do it. There's just that human touch that these inanimate objects don't have.
Just can't provide.
You can't provide it.
And really, you see that as they do close-ups on her hand, and she's running her fingers through the hair and all that stuff, where the hand is clearly just a piece of plastic.
Yep. They do a good part of that. What do you think, Pappa J?
Wow. Now, look, I understand Michael Myers killed a dog in Halloween. I get it. But there's a rule in horror movies where you don't kill children or dogs, okay? This is an unspoken, unwritten down rule. First thing that dies in this movie is a dog.
Yeah.
Okay? She goes there. It's an off-screen kill, but she goes there right off the bat. That lets you know that this movie's gonna play with some of the rules a little bit of a standard slasher movie. And, of course, you're going to have your comparisons to Chucky.
Well, I kept getting that too. Is like, how is this compared to Chucky? I was like, well, Chucky was a fake spirit living inside of an inanimate object. This is artificial intelligence, which could possibly happen. We're pretty much there.
Right.
It's not like a spirit that's possessed this doll. It's literally what humans have programmed.
Right.
That's a big difference right there.
Right. And, well, I mean, still at the end of the day, you got a doll running around killing people.
For a reason, because humans fucked up and they programmed it wrong.
Right.
It's a human's fault. You know what I mean? It's not some random spirit.
Well, I think it was great that it took its time. I was expecting this, especially with the extended version we saw on Peacock with an hour and 41-minute runtime.
Yeah. I
I expected it to be a little light on exposition and right into the killing and wrap up.
Yeah.
But no, it's 40 minutes before really the doll is completed and introduced to the little girl who lost her parents.
Yeah.
And so they did take their time setting stuff up, and that's the way I like it. That's the way Halloween was and all that other stuff. This is super solid. I'm gonna give it, and we saw a great one again last week, horror movie last week before. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Late, what do you think?
You know, I hate it when they have stuff in there that just doesn't play into what it's doing, like the sunglasses on the doll, or that she makes this multi-million-dollar doll and then steals it and then gives it to her daughter and doesn't get fired.
Well,
like,
I mean,
like
she
little
was,
stuff
she
like
was,
that.
She was
It's
caught
just-
because at the top of the movie, the head of the toy company, because they're supposed to be
Right,
making
the boss.
I call it a prototype Furby, because that's literally what it looks like, a
Right.
Furby. But they call it something different. I can't remember. The boss
Plush
walks
pal
in
or some shit.
yeah, and sees what they're working on, and she's like, sorry, I spent hundreds of thousands of your dollars to do this, but watch how cool it is, and it just malfunctions right in front of them.
Oh, that's it.
That's our producer telling us to get the hell off.
And they did address that though. Late they talked about how we spent $100,000 of the company's money.
We can get sued.
We're gonna be sued for this if we don't make good, and because really it was behind the company's back that they had done this. So they did kind of address that in a throwaway line. But go ahead and finish, please.
It probably would have been good if they had Will Smith as the boss, since he's been in all these robot movies.
That's true. iRobot.
Just ironic. All of a sudden, he comes walking in the room, and it's like nothing happened in the past.
Did that dude? He's Asian. He's the boss. Did he have a speech impediment? He didn't sound like he had an accent. He sounded like he didn't understand how to complete a word.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's what iPads and tablets do to you. You don't get time to talk it out, so you just listen to what everybody else is saying, not practicing your speech.
And then that dance thing towards the end
that's
was just like
that's
so freaky.
It's like
no,
really.
it wasn't freaky. I was like, what is this, a TikTok? TikTok dance now?
Right. It's
Look.
like, why would a computer choose to do that? Like,
In the hallway before he kills the master?
That's the thing, because she's developing a personality, and it is a very morbid personality. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but she's really taking joy towards the end, taking joy in killing people, and that.
but computers
dance
don't have emotions.
That's
but
where-
she's learning emotions,
that's
so
where
she's
humans fucked
mimicking
up. That's where
emotions.
humans
She's
fucked
learning
up.
them, right? And if we hadn't seen that dance in every single trailer for the movie, we'd have been freaked out. Just like they should have never put in a trailer when she got down on all fours running through the forest. That should have been just for the theater guys. Holy shit!
I feel like this movie was more of a comedy in some aspects than it was.
100%.
I don't think it was a horror movie at all. I wasn't scared at any part of this movie.
It was a little tongue-in-cheek.
I feel like it was a thrasher, like a bloody, gory. Like, not Michael Myers is scary, Jason is scary. Those are horror movies. This is a doll that just happened to go rogue and not, scarily killing people. You knew it was coming because you can tell based off that it's an AI fucking programmed robot.
It
And
had-
what else? You could predict it pretty much what was going to happen at the end.
It had a level of humor and tongue-in-cheekness, if I can use that as a phrase, that horror sequels don't usually get to until the third or fourth movie in the franchise. So that is one of the complaints I do have against it. I wish it was a little more serious and a little scarier.
Yeah,
but still, it was a great ride.
You know what? I agree with you. It was a great ride. Not scary at all. Zero scariness. People are like, I don't want to watch it because it's scary. No, it's not fucking scary. It's actually pretty good. It's a good movie. You gave it a 5, Pappa J?
I gave it a 4. Late?
It was all right. I'm just going to give it a 3.
I gave it a 4 as well.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I watched it 3 times. There was a reason why I watched it. There's a lot of elements that I could kind of relate to, and it sucked me in. It sucked me in every time. I was usually putting it on as background noise to edit something. No, I
Right.
watched it every fucking time. So they did a good job with this movie. They could have made it better, but it's not bad for a Peacock original.
I think when her face covering got all screwed up towards the end, it should have been a little more hideous than what it was.
Yeah.
But it still was all right.
There's a lot of misses, but again, I give it a 4. I really enjoyed it. But Pappa J, I mentioned last week that I'm picking the movie in our Discord, that I'm picking the movie for this week.
All right.
Now, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's on Peacock.
All right.
And it's going to be, I've heard you speak about this quite a bit, especially in private. You don't want quite a lot of people to know about it, but I think it's time we let the world know that Pappa J is into Magic Mike XXL.
I have never
Magic
talked about
Mike XXL.
You know what? I've heard.
Mike?
I've heard of a lot of people like that one.
Oh, sorry. The audience member said it's on Netflix.
Oh,
Magic
Netflix.
Mike XXL on Netflix.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, sure. It'll be great.
Why aren't you?
Have you seen it?
You know what? You're not as pissed off as I thought you'd be.
No, I'm disgusted.
Why are you disgusted? You haven't seen it.
It's a dude stripper movie. How about we don't watch dudes
It's got
strip?
Gabriel
How about you
Iglesias in
open up
it.
your mind a little bit, shithead?
Yeah.
No.
See
No,
the
I
world.
won't.
See the world.
I like my closed mind.
You know what? I'm totally kidding. It's not Magic Mike XL.
Thank God.
It's not Magic Mike XL. For those the people that left, because some people hang around just to hear what we're reviewing next.
Right.
They're going to come back thinking we're going to talk about Magic Mike XL. No, this movie I picked out.
It's called Bros.
It's called Bros Before Hoes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Now, you use my Peacock. Don't think I didn't notice that you watched Bros, you homo.
The picture of the movie is where the two dudes' hands are in each other's butt pocket. That's the best. This movie, for real, though, it contains one of our favorite actor.
All right.
It's called Snitch on Peacock. It's not Snatch with, who's that?
Will Smith?
No, Snatch is
Pikey's. Leonardo Ritardo?
No, it's a guy that looks like him. Who knows? He dated the late Laura Croft from Tomb Raider. Who played her?
Oh.
You don't know? You don't know who played her?
Oh, yeah, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, who dated her?
Everybody.
No,
I'm the only guy who didn't.
God damn it, I'm sorry. But either way, it's not that movie. This is called Snitch on Peacock. It has The Rock in it.
All right.
It's got The Rock in it. And it was
I know this movie. I haven't seen it. All right.
No, but I've seen it through previews on Peacock. So make sure you hit me up via DM to get Pappa J's Peacock information so you guys can tune in and watch along if you don't have it. Snitch on Peacock, we will be reviewing that not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. So 2 Tuesdays from now, we will be reviewing this movie.
Right.
Holy crap, boys. What a great show. thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate you, boss man, for being right on time today, just like you were last Tuesday when we didn't have a podcast. Pappa J, thank you so much for coming out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all out there for watching us. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on whatever platform you're on. It really helps us out. And be sure to go download Fly the Plane and or Diamond Picker. Check that out. Give those a play. Post your high scores in our Discord, which you can find the link to on all of our social media at BigLipRadio. We're no joke everywhere. You can Google us, and we'll be the first 10 pages that you see. And I guess with that being said, we will catch you guys next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Peace. All right. For those of you that are tuned in, thank you so much. This is the extra content you get to see. We're going to do our video real quick and then get the hell out of here. Yeah. So we aren't paying attention to you, but what we are doing is letting you see what we do at the end of a podcast. So tune in or leave. It doesn't matter. I'd appreciate if you stuck around, but thank you so much for being here anyway. Peace.
All right. Is that a good picture for the...
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to put your daughter in there without your knowledge.
Well, I mean, the first segment, I don't think it would be all right.
What's the other one?
What's that? Oh, Pappa J went to prison. And he got some snacks from prison.
Sneaky snacks.
We tried those snacks. We tried this snack. This strawberry apricot flavored Red Bull Amber Edition exclusive.
Right. I don't break that.
He broke my heart and all my different doors by going through them. But do not worry, you can catch that. You can catch that and many other things at BigLipRadio.com. Go check it out, baby. It's all just for
Oh, that was good. My goodness.
Alright, I guess let's do a quick wipe up.
Reset.
A quick wipe up. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in live. Now here we go. We're editing this show for real. Peace.